Okay, so once again, good morning to everyone. So in last lecture, we start with the unit number 4, that is the image segmentation and morphology. Okay. So yesterday we discussed the three types of techniques, that are the point detection, line detection, and edge detection. Okay, so if the concept is not clear, then today also we'll revise the three types of detection techniques. One is a point detection, line detection, and edge detection. Okay, so before starting with these three detection technique, first we need to understand the image segmentation and image morphology. So yesterday also we discussed what is the image segmentation and what is the image morphology. So can anyone tell what is the definition of image segmentation? What is the concept of image segmentation? Okay, my voice is clear to everyone? Yes, my voice is clear? Okay. So basically the image segmentation means we can subdivide the image into the small number of parts. Okay. So if the image consists of 256 into 256, then we can divide the 256 into 256 image into the small number of parts. So it might be a 8 into 8, 16 into 16, or 32 into 32. So basically the image segmentation means we can subdivide the whole image into the small number of parts. And second one is the image morphology. So in image morphology, we can deal with the various detection techniques. So it might be a edge detection, it might be a boundary detection. Okay, so yesterday also we discussed two types of image segmentation. One is the image segmentation based on discontinuity in intensity, and second part is the image segmentation based on similarities in intensity. Okay, so we have to study two important concepts. First one is the image segmentation based on discontinuities in intensity. So why consider discontinuities in intensity? Because in that, in this case, the intensity of the SVERIs, it might
Sir, voice is
be a
breaking.
yes, my voice is clear to everyone. आवाज येतो का व्यवस्थित बाकींना? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
येस, बाकीच्यांना आवाज येतोय का? Okay. Okay. So if my voice is not clear, then you can interrupt me. Okay. Now my voice is audible. Yes, Amit.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. Uh, ठीक आहे. मग आता in yesterday's lecture we can discuss the three types of detection: point detection, line detection, and edge detection. ठीक आहे. मग आता okay. So now I'll share the camera and I'll show you how we can consider the point detection, line detection, and edge detection. Okay. Okay. So wait a minute. Okay, so now it is feasible. This way,
Yes, sir, it is visible.
okay. So, eh, how we can consider the point detection? Okay. So, if we have to detect a single point from an image, then we have to consider this particular mask. Okay. So the mask might be a 3 by 3 or 8 by 8. So it might be any image resolution. So here we can consider the mask as a 3 by 3. Okay. So if we consider the mask as a 3 by 3, then it consists of 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so each individual pixel here can be represented as a W1, W2, W3 up to W9. Okay, and the condition for the point detection is that so we have to detect a point. So if the point is at a center, so when we consider the mask as a 3 by 3, then whatever the addition of all the pixels should be 0. Okay. So if we consider a single point, so here we can consider center point. So for center point, we can give a weightage as a 8. And if we give the surrounding pixel, so the addition should be 0. So that's why we can consider all the surrounding pixel weightage should be minus 1. So if we add all the minus 1s, so it should be minus 8. And the value of central pixel should be plus 8. So minus 8 plus 8 should be 0. Okay, so in order to detect a point, we have to consider the central pixel or the weightage of central pixel and the condition should be and the condition is addition of all the pixels should be 0. So now understood it? How to consider the point detection? Yes? Yes, now is there any doubt? Hello? Okay. Now the second is a line detection. Okay. So now if we consider the line detection, so the line might be a horizontal line, so line might be a vertical line, or the line might be a diagonal line. So in diagonal we can consider plus 45 and minus 45. Okay. Now if we have to detect the line, then how we can consider standard mask? So again we can take an example of 3 by 3 mask. Okay. So in 3 by 3 mask, so there are 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. So if we consider any mask, so the condition is the addition of all the pixels should be 0. Okay. So if we have to detect the horizontal line, so here we can consider the middle line. So all the pixel are we can represent all the pixel having weightage of 2, and we can consider in a horizontal direction. Okay. And what are the first row and third row? Okay. So if we have to go for addition as a 0, then we have to consider the first row as all minus 1 and the third row should be all minus 1. So the addition of these things should be a 0. Okay. So here we can consider the 2 pixel as a horizontal line. Okay, so similarly, if we are to detect the vertical line, so here we can consider the second column as a vertical line. On all the pixel values are 2. If we consider the central values are 4, then the first column and third column value should be minus 2 and minus 2. Means minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. ये समझते क्या था? How we can consider the line detection? Yes. Have you understood it? हॅलो. हा, समजतं का नाही? Yes, give your response. ठीक आहे. मग जसं आपण लाईन डिटेक्शन करतो, मग आता लाईन जर हॉरिझॉन्टल असेल तर लाईन हॉरिझॉन्टलला काय करायचं? सो इफ वी कन्सिडर द सेंट्रल रो, so in horizontal line detection we can consider, if we consider that all the pixel values are 2, पहिला row and third row, so we have to consider -1 and -1. So if we consider the horizontal values are 4, then we have to consider the first row and third row should be -2 and -2. समजते आता? And here we can consider the slope lines. So here we can detect the horizontal line and vertical line. So if we consider the slope line, so here we can consider the plus 45. So here we can consider the slope line which having an angle plus 45, and here we can consider a one slope line which having an angle minus 45. Yes, now understood how we can detect the line. ओके.
Yes.
ठीक आहे. हे व्यवस्थित दिसतंय का नोटबुक मधून? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the third one is a age detection. Okay. So for age detection, so now everyone see the two diagrams. Okay. Uh, so in first diagram, we can mark the change in intensity. So here we can consider the dark part as a red and the bright part as a white. Okay, so in order to detect the age, so here we can consider this part as a boundary, or we can call as the age. So at this age, we have a sudden change in intensity level. Okay, so here is a total dark region, and as we cross the boundary, then we find out that there is a total bright region. So if there is a sudden change in intensity, then we can detect the age with the help of the vertical line. Okay, and if there is a moderate change in intensity, मग आता इथे intensity काय होते? So here is a dark intensity, then the intensity can be decreased, and another intensity can be here we can consider total bright part. मग इथे intensity काय होते? इथे टोटल डार्क पार्ट आहे, मग इंटेन्सिटी काय होते? वाढत जाते. सो देर इज अ सडन moderate change in intensity, so that's why we can consider the slope line. Okay, so if there is a sudden change in intensity, we can consider the age by a vertical line, and if there is a moderate change in intensity, we can consider the slope line. Okay, so now understood? Yes. हा, आता समजतंय का? Okay. So in age detection, there are four types of operators. So Robert operator, Prewitt operator, compass operator, and Sobel operator. Okay. So based on these four operator, so we have a practical. So in practical, we can use the various types of operators, and by using this operator, we can consider the age detection. Okay, so in theoretical part, so we have a standard mass. So what is a Robber operator, what is a Prewitt operator, what is a compass operator, and what is a Sobel operator. Okay, so these all parts is a theoretical part, so that are mentioned in a notes. So if we consider the any operator, so what is a standard mass and what is a mathematical equation. Okay, so this part we can study in detail in our practical part. Okay, so in our notes there is a simple definition and what is the representation of Robber operator, what is the representation of Prewitt operator, compass operator, and Sobel operator. Okay, so here I'll mention, yeah, I'll give the example of compass operator. Okay, so Okay, so have you observed it? So first five we can call as a compass operator. So in compass operator, we can detect the edge in all directions. So if we consider the direction, so by using the compass operator, we can detect the edge in total 8 direction. So it might be a north, east, west, and south, or it might be a north and east, south and west, and north and west. So here we can have a standard mask of all the compass operator. ठीक आहे. सो इफ वी कन्सिडर द एनी डिरेक्शन, आता मग बघा पहिल्यांदा आपण काय कन्सिडर केलंय, सो द मास्क इन द नॉर्थ डिरेक्शन, देन मास्क इन अ साऊथ डिरेक्शन. ठीक आहे. सो दीज आर द स्टँडर्ड मास्क ऑफ द कंपास ऑपरेटर. ठीक आहे. सो इफ वी गॉन थ्रू दिस पार्ट, देन विल गेट द आयडिया हाऊ टू रिप्रेझेंट द रॉबर्ट ऑपरेटर, Previtt operator, compass operator, and Sobel operator. Okay. Okay. So now we'll move towards the one important part. Okay. So now everyone focus on this example. So we have to study the half transform. Okay. So if we have a pen and notebook, देन टेक इट. तर सगळे या एक्झाम्पल फोकस करा. बरं ठीक आहे. आता हे एक्झाम्पल दिसतंय का सगळ्यांना? येस.
Yes, yes, sir.
हा ठीक आहे. सो आफ्टर द डिटेक्शन टेक्निक, आता वी हॅव टू स्टडी हाऊ वी कॅन डिटेक्ट द एज, या हाऊ वी कॅन कनेक्ट द वेरियस पिक्सल्स by using the half transform. ठीक आहे. So for that we can consider one example. ठीक आहे. So here example, so we have a 4 types of pixels. So here we have a pixels as a 1,1, 2,2, 3,3 and 4,4. दिसतंय सगळ्यांना हे? Okay, so now this part is too important. So in exam there is a question on half transform. So it might be on a theoretical part or might be on a numerical part. Okay, so with the help of one example, I'll explain how we can consider the edge linking by using the half transform. Okay, so here we have 4 types of pixels. So 1,1, 2,2, 3,3 and 4,4. ओके. सो दिसतंय का सगळ्यांना? येस. हॅलो. ठीक आहे. मग आता बघा, सो हिअर आय मेन्शन द गिवन पिक्सल्स. मग पहिले पिक्सल कोणते आहेत? सो नाव एव्हरीवन फोकस हिअर. सो गिवन पिक्सल्स आर 1,1, 2,2, 3,3 and 4,4. ठीक आहे. आणि दे कॅन प्रोव्हाइड द कोऑर्डिनेट्स ॲज XY. मग जर का आपण हे पिक्सल, इफ वी जॉईन ऑल द पिक्सल्स बाय युझिंग X ॲक्सिस अँड Y ॲक्सिस. सो हिअर वी कॅन कन्सिडर द X ॲक्सिस and here we can consider as a y-axis. So on x-axis we can mark point as a 1, 2, 3 and 4. Y-axis 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, up to this clear? Yes? Okay, so we have to consider the edge linking. आता edge linking म्हणजे काय? ओके, वेट अ मिनिट. ठीक आहे. आता एज लिंकिंग म्हणजे काय? हाऊ वी कॅन कन्सिडर द टोटल एज. माझा ही काय आहे? एक लाईन आहे किंवा वी कॅन कन्सिडर द एज. माझा ही कशी आहे? सो इट इज अ कंटिन्युअस. मग ह्यामध्ये कुठं ब्रेक आहे का? सो हाऊ वी कॅन डिटेक्ट द एज बाय युझिंग हाफ ट्रान्सफॉर्म. ठीक आहे. आता कम टुवर्ड्स आवर एक्झाम्पल. सो वी हॅव अ फर्स्ट पिक्सल ॲज अ 1,1. सो वी कॅन put a point, put a dot where the coordinates are 1,1. सेकंड काय आहे? सेकंड coordinate is a 2,2. So again we can put a 1 dot 2,2. So again we can put a 1 dot for 3,3, and fourth is a 4,4. Okay, so up to this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, मग आता here we can plot only the pixel. Now if we have to connect all the pixels to each other, so how we can connect the pixels? So simply we can draw the one slope line which is passes through the origin, and we can connect the edge. आता हे काय झालं? So we can directly draw the slope line. आता how we can consider this particular slope line? By using the half transform. आता कशी डिटेक्ट करायची? सो दॅट वी हॅव टू स्टडी बाय युझिंग अ हाफ ट्रान्सफॉर्म. मग आता ही जी काही लाईन आहे, ओके, सो हिअर वी कॅन कन्सिडर अ स्लोप लाईन, अँड दॅट वन स्लोप लाईन कॅन जॉईन ऑल द पिक्सल्स. So if we draw the horizontal line, okay, now everyone listen carefully. If we draw the horizontal line, can it is possible to join all the pixels? Yes.
No.
If we draw the vertical line, so can it is possible to join all the pixels?
No.
Okay, so if we draw the slope line, can it is possible to join all the pixels?
Yes.
Yes, so that's why we can draw the slope line. So that slope line can join all the pixels, but we have to give the mathematical justification. So what is the mathematical equation for slope line? Yes, can anyone?
Y is equal to mx plus c.
बरं ठीक आहे. तर आता नाव एव्हरीवन फोकस ऑन दिस एक्झाम्पल फॉर 10 minutes. सो एव्हरीवन फोकस ऑन युअर मोबाईल स्क्रीन. ठीक आहे. सो दिस एक्झाम्पल इज टू इम्पॉर्टंट. सो इफ हॅव एनी डाऊट, सो यू कॅन इंटरप्ट इमिडिएटली. ओके, सो अप टू दिस क्लिअर? सगळ्यांना क्लिअर झालं का आतापर्यंत?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll solve the example by using a half transform. So we can draw the slope line. So first thing, why we can draw the slope line? Because by using the only slope line, it is possible to join all the pixels, and we have to draw the one line. Okay, so that's why we can consider the equation of slope line y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so if we have to draw the half transform, okay, we have to perform the edge linking. म्हणजे आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे? We have to connect the pixels to each other by using the half transform. So the condition of half transform is that, so when we have to use the half transform, then the given slope equation, so it is in the form of x and y format. So that we have to convert into m comma c plane. मग कसं करायचं? So what is the equation of slope line? The equation of slope line is y is equal to mx plus c, and the condition of half transform is that we have to bring the plane into m comma c coordinates. So that's why we can change the equation as c is equal to minus mx plus y. फक्त काय केलं? c ला इकडे शिफ्ट करा, and y we can shift to the right side. So what will the equation? C is equal to minus mx plus y. Okay, so up to this clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
ठीक आहे. फक्त हाफ ट्रान्सफॉर्मची कंडिशन काय आहे? सो द कंडिशन ऑफ हाफ ट्रान्सफॉर्म इज दॅट वी हॅव टू कन्वर्ट द एक्स वाय प्लेन इनटू द एम कॉमा सी प्लेन. ठीक आहे. मग फक्त काय करायचं? आता एम कॉमा सी म्हणजे काय? जसं आपण इक्वेशन आहे, तर इक्वेशन काय आहे? y इज इक्वल टू, सो वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर c इज इक्वल टू, आणि m x minus mx plus y. So simply we can bring the c here. So the final equation is c is equal to minus mx plus y. So this is our half transform equation. Okay, so everyone clear? Okay, so now we
Yes,
have
sir.
now we have 4 pixels. So we have to go one by one pixel. So the first pixel is 1 comma 1. So in given example, they can mention the plane is xy plane. So here we can consider plane is a xy plane and the first pixel is 1 comma 1. Okay. But if we consider this 1 comma 1 and we have to put in our half transform equation. So this is a standard equation. So what is the value of here? X. So value of x is 1. The value of y is also 1. ठीक आहे माझं बघा, the value of x is 1 and the value of y is also 1. So now put the value of x and y in standard equation. मग काय इक्वेशन भेटेल आपल्याला? So can anyone tell? Put the value of x and y in a standard half transform equation. काय भेटेल? Yes, can anyone?
C is equal to minus m plus 1.
Okay, so we can put the value of x and the value of y in a standard half transform equation. So we'll get the C is equal to minus m plus 1. Okay, so now we have to convert the x and y coordinate into m comma c coordinate. ठीक आहे, आता हे कसं कन्वर्ट करायचं? सो फॉर दिस वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर द कोऑर्डिनेट ॲट द ओरिजिन. आता ह्या ओरिजिनला कोणते कोऑर्डिनेट असतील? कॅन एनीवन टेल? व्हॉट आर द कोऑर्डिनेट्स ॲट द ओरिजिन? 0, 0, 0, 0. सो वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर द कोऑर्डिनेट ॲज अ 0, 0. मग बघा आता पहिल्या केसमध्ये काय कसं करायचं? सो इन फर्स्ट कंडिशन, सो कन्सिडर c इज इक्वल टू 1. सो इन दिस इक्वेशन, now focus on this equation. So if in this equation we can put the value of c is a 0, m ची value काय भेटेल? What will the value of m?
1.
इथून बघून सांगू नका, but ठीक आहे. So if we put the value of m is 0, then what is the value of c? हाँ सांगू शकताय?
1.
1. राइट. मग ठीक आहे, थोडं स्क्रीन डिस्कनेक्ट होते. मग बघा आता आपल्याला नवीन कोऑर्डिनेट काय भेटले? मग m कॉमा c काय भेटले? 1, 1. हॅव अंडरस्टूड इट? ठीक आहे, म्हणजे जर आपल्याला m ची व्हॅल्यू काढायची असेल, सो फॉर m वी हॅव टू पुट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ c इज 0 and for c we have to put the value of m is 0. So everyone clear how we can calculate first coordinate m comma c? So it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll move towards the second coordinate. Our second coordinate कोणता आहे? 2, 2. So it is our standard half transform equation. C is equal to minus mx plus y. Now put the value of x. So what is the value of x? Yes, what is the value of x? Okay, give your response quickly.
2.
What is the value of y?
2.
Okay, so the equation is C is equal to minus 2m plus 2. Okay, so again we have to consider the m comma c plane. So the condition is same. Now tell me, if we consider c is equal to 0, what is the value of m? हाँ सगळे व्यवस्थित फोकस करायचं. नंबर 1. If we put the m is 0, what is the value of c?
2.
2. Right? So here we can find out the second coordinate 1, 2. Now tell me for third one. Third कोण सांगते सांगा? Okay, so the third pixel is 3, 3. Okay, so anyone tell me the m comma c plane?
1, 3.
1, 3. And for 4? 1,
4.
Okay, so understood this? How we can convert the xy coordinate into m comma c coordinates. Okay, Mata, here we can got the m comma c coordinates are 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3 and 1 comma 4. Up to this, everyone clear? Yes, it is clear. Okay, so now we can draw the slope lines by using the m and c coordinate. Instead of xy, the x axis for काय घेतला आपण, we can mark as a m, and on y axis we can mark as a c. So again here we can plot the values are 1, 2, 3, 4 on c plane 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the first line? 1 comma 1. So consider m as a 1 and c as a 1. So here we can consider the slope line which is passing through 1 comma 1. Now second, the value of m is 1 and the value of c is 2. बघा m ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे 1 आहे आणि c ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे 2 आहे. So we can draw the one slope line. Okay, have you understood it? Yes, how we can draw the slope line? Okay, so simply we have to consider this. Here the values of m. Okay, so all the values of m is 1. बरोबर आहे का? So all the values of m is 1, which is on a, consider this as a x-axis. फक्त c ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे? So c is 1, c is 2, c is 3 and c is 4. So here we can consider a c. So here we can draw the 1 comma 1, then 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3 and 1 comma 4. Yes, clear? समजते का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, others? Yes, Amit? Roll number 14 is Sanjay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now we have to consider, आता बघा माझा m plane वर, here all the pixels can be passing through the one point. Okay, so we have to draw this location. Now tell me the coordinate of this particular pixel. याचे coordinate सांगा काय असतील? m आणि c चे coordinate सांगा. Yes, can anyone tell me the coordinate of this particular pixel? Where all the pixel can be passing through a single point. So now tell me the coordinate of this particular pixel. So for this we have to consider the m plane and c plane. So can anyone tell what is the coordinates of this particular pixel?
1, 0.
Very good. So the coordinates are 1 comma 0. Okay, so everyone up to this clear? How we can find out the coordinates is 1 comma 0? Everyone clear? Okay, so now we can detect, yeah, we can connect all the pixel, you know. So in this case there are different slope lines. So okay, so in one line we have to connect all the pixels. So up to this our one slope line is, yeah, all the pixels are connected on a one slope line. So for this we can first calculate the m comma c coordinates, so which are 1 comma 0. Now we have to go for next step. Okay, so for next step again we have to consider the original slope line equation. So it is original slope line equation, y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so now we have the values of em comma c. So what is the value of em comma c? It is a 1 comma 0, right? So put the value of em in a standard equation. this particular equation, and the value of C is 0. So if we put the value of M and C in this equation, we'll get the equation as y is equal to x. Clear? इथपर्यंत समजलं? Okay, have you understood it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here what is the final equation we got? Y is equal to x. So suppose we consider the pixel as 1, 1. So here x and another is a y. Now what the half transform will tell? Y is equal to x. So if we consider the second coordinate, there is a 2, 2. So in this also our condition is satisfied. Y is equal to x. Third pixel is 3, 3. So again y is equal to x. And fourth pixel is 4, 4. Again our condition satisfied. Y equal to x. And finally we can draw the slope line. So here we can plot the pixel as a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 4, 4. So the equation is y is equal to x. So if the value of y is 1, so here the value of x should be 1. So here we can plot a 1 point. If the value of y is 2, then go for 2. So here 2. And the value of x also 2. Here 3, 3 and 4, 4. And we can draw the slope line. Okay. So by using the half transform, we can consider the edge linking. So it is clear to everyone? Yes, have you understood it? Yes. Okay, any doubt? Okay. Okay, so the half transform is a too important according to your exam. Okay, so most of the time there is a short note on half transform. So we have to first define the half transform and provide these mathematical example. So by using example, we can consider how we can connect the pixels by using the half transform. आता फक्त आपण असं mathematical सांगू शकतो. If we draw the horizontal line, it is not possible to cover all the pixels. If we draw the vertical line, it is also not possible to join all the pixels. But if we draw the slope line, it is possible to join all the pixels. Okay, so by using the mathematical justification, yeah, that is half transform, so we will get the equation as y is equal to x, and we can connect all the pixels by using a slope line. Okay, so this is the idea of half transform. Okay, so any doubts? Okay, everyone understood it? Okay. Okay, roll number 8. ठीक आहे, सगळ्यांना समजलं का व्यवस्थित हे? Okay, so I'll provide the notes also of this unit. So you can go through the notes, then your concept should be more clear. Okay, so is there any doubt in half transform? Okay. Okay, so next part we'll take in a next lecture. So if you have any doubt, then you can ask here. काय कोणाला डाऊट आहे का ह्याच्यामध्ये? Okay, so you can put your numbers in a sequence. Start with roll number 1. संजय पवार, सुशांत हलदार. रोल नंबर 1 आहे का तुमचा? Okay. So on unit number 3, that is the image enhancement, we'll take the MCQ test. Okay. So as we take a MCQ test on unit number 1, so also we can take the MCQ test on unit number 3. So similarly, it consists of 20 MCQs. Okay. So study the unit number 3 in next to next lecture. We take the MCQ test on unit number 3. Okay. Okay. So now we can left.